Welcome to my channel. If we haven't met before, I'm Kari Gregor.
How you doing?
I'm really glad you're here. Today, I'm making spicy, crispy, oil-free, plant-based chicken burgers. Let's get into it. I'm taking the chicken patties out of the freezer and setting them out so they defrost. This is a recipe that we made previously. Please see the card above or in the description below to follow the link to that recipe. You can use other plant-based patties, like Gardein or something like that, but you can make them yourself, and we have the instructions to do that. Take 1/3 cup of a non-dairy plant-based milk and put it into something you can mix together to make the liquid dip. Then you can put in 1/3 or 1/4 teaspoon of Kalanamuck black silk, 2 teaspoons of nutritional yeast, and 1/2 teaspoon of flax meal. You can put in 1 tablespoon of hot sauce if you want to increase the spice. Just depends on how much heat you want to add. I'm not going to do that.
Like the sauce? It's spicy!
I've got a handheld mixer here that just will spin that up nicely. I find that mixing in the flax, that helps to use the mixer. On to the dry ingredients. I have 2 containers with exactly the same. One's going to be for the flour breading and one's going to be for the crumb coating. But this is the spicy mixture that you put in. We want 1 teaspoon of ground cayenne powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. This is optional. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. I have 1/2 cup here of 100% whole wheat that I ground myself. So you can use whole wheat or an all-purpose flour. Just add that spice coating to the flour and mix it well. You want to distribute those spices as evenly as possible. I have 1/2 cup of cornflake crumbs. You can use cornflake crumbs, you can use bread crumbs, any sort of crumbs that is compliant with the way that you like to eat. And we're going to take the same spice mixture, it's exactly the same, and put that into the crumb mixture. And once again, mix it as thoroughly as possible because we want those spices evenly distributed. There we go. With these plant-based patties in the freezer, it is so fast to whip up this recipe and have burgers. It's faster than going through the drive-thru.
Really? It's fast food gospel.
I could take the air fryer or the toaster oven outside, plug it in, bake them out there, which is something I like to do in the summertime so it doesn't heat the house up. However, the clouds are rolling in, so it might rain. If it rains, I'm going to do them in the oven. I'm sorry for anybody who wanted to see the air fryer version. It's basically the same thing. In the air fryer, flip them over after 10 minutes. The same thing. And I know what's in them. So it's better than going through the drive-thru because when I make it myself, I have total control over the fat, salt, and sugar.
Want to be in total control.
There's no such thing as total control.
Is that good information? Give me a thumbs up below, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when another recipe is posted. Here's our liquid dip. It has thickened slightly because of the flax. I'm going to put 1/2 of it into one bowl and 1/2 of it into a second bowl. I'm going to spoon out the flour dredge into a small sandwich bag. And the same thing with the crumb coating. I'm going to spoon out some of that crumb coating and put it into a sandwich bag. You could also spread this on plates and then flip your patty on the plates. This is the same method that I use when I make nuggets, so I'm just using that. Our chicken patties have defrosted. See how nicely they look? And we just put them into the liquid dip, over into the flour dredge, close that up, and shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
Take it out of the flour dredge into the second mixing bowl of liquid dip. Coat it again with the liquid dip, and into the crumb coating it goes.
Shake and bake.
What?
Shake and bake.
I should say, before I started mixing and shaking and baking here, I preheated my oven to 425. So the oven is busy being preheated while I'm doing this. I'm going to be putting them into a glass pan that has a little bit of a spray grease coating on it. I prefer that to using the silicone mats. I find I have to use a lower temperature and longer baking times when using the mats. And I think it dries it out a little bit. There we go. See? It looks good. Put it into the pan, and we just continue to do that with the rest of the burgers.
Shake and bake. Yeah.
These are ready to go into the oven. The liquid dip is disposed of. What I used of the crumb coating and the flour dredge is disposed of, but I have not contaminated the stuff that I mixed up in the mixing bowls. This is dry ingredients. I just label it and put the uncontaminated flour dredge into a bag, and I do the same thing with the crumb coating in a separate bag. This is ready for me to make another sandwich another time. I can have this at the ready. I don't have to do all the mixing of the spices and everything. Have it in the cupboard. After 10 minutes at 425, the chicken patties come out of the oven and I flip them over. And then they go back in for another 10 minutes. I can do this in the air fryer. I could do this in the toaster oven. And after another 10 minutes, we are ready to assemble our sandwiches. Yum, yum. Look at that beautiful, crispy chicken sandwich. Chicken. I'm going to try it on its own without all of the fixings because I want to check it out to see how it tastes just on its own. You've got nice chicken in the middle and that crunchy, crispy coating on the outside. Oh, it looks so good. That's good. Oh, there we go. I'm feeling a heat. Took a couple of seconds.
Dude, I can't see anything on my left eye. I see dead people. My God, even the water's spicy. Who does that?
There we go. That's spicy. It comes after you. And I'm going to put a little bit of this dill ranch sauce on there. I think that's what I'm going to put on my burger when I make it into a burger. So good. Crispy, no oil. Isn't that fantastic? Let me know if you try this. Put something in the comment below. Give me a like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to know when the next recipe is posted. And the next recipe is going to be vegan chocolate French silk pie. So, while you're down there, hit that bell so you know when that recipe is posted. Thank you for watching. And give me a like. Duke is moving.